Rick birthday, 1840. Okay, let me write this down. Where's my notepad? Because seemingly I gotta write stuff like this down. Okay. Okay. Local news last week today. Last week, in a shocking turn of events, Jayton Square has become the stage for a heinous crime, a murder most foul. The victim's identity remains undisclosed, but found lifeless in the heart of the square, sending shockwaves through the community. Authorities have identified 8 suspects in connection with the murder, but all eyes are on a group of 3 individuals who were spotted in the vicinity the night of the crime. It is believed that the trio holds the key to unraveling the mystery behind the murder in Jayton Square. Okay, August something, 1910. So we're doing another kind of Jack the Ripper map thing. The search continues September 4th, about a month later. It is believed that one of the 3 murderers have swapped the names on the 8 suspects' houses. This complicates matters drastically. Thankfully, the community was kind enough to leave some notes about the correct location of the occupants around the square. So far, we're quite sure that 2 of the 3 murderers were wearing the same hat. An extensive investigation is necessary to figure out the outfits of the other 8 suspects. Okay, I was going to say a little laggy there. It wasn't working. Kept pressing the button and nothing was going on. Okay. Off with their heads. Frida, Rose. They shall be punished for their sins. Filthy murderers. Community board. Now, this is one of the things of the month and everything for the game. And the interesting thing is that I didn't even remember seeing this on the Steam page or anything at all. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm glad that they highlighted some more maps. The Crimson. I don't know. So how much of a detective do I need to be here? Now we know Menda is a boy. No, female. Female's that way. That's right. I'm trying to remember some things. Mita, Frida, and Rose live near each other away from the main square. Okay. Mita, Frida, and Rose live away from each other near the main square. Alright. Get out. Is there anything in here? Come on. Get out of the bag. There. Alright. Get out of the thing. There we go. Can't move it. I thought there'd be something underneath that. I wasted time for nothing. Okay, cool. Got it. Community board. Clues. Report. The 2 corporates were the same hat color. That's all we know so far. Got it. Brad's a guy. Got it. Taylor keeps a hat near his entrance. Anything? No? Taylor keeps a hat near his entrance. All I see is a suit. There's Frida. Oh, there's a hat here. Okay, so this is Taylor. So if this is Taylor, I know Frida's not here. Which one's Taylor? Rose. Okay, let me put those there, because those are the ones I'm going to be going over this way. Alright, Jen is a lady. Rose and Pete live the furthest away from each other. Okay, that's cool. Brad is a part of the Crimson group. Interesting. Brad is a part of the Crimson group. So these. Jen and Brad live directly opposite of each other. Okay, cool. Menda likes to sit outside on her bench. Okay. So there's a bench. Alright, I got more than... Alright, there's Taylor. Anything in here? I wasted nothing. Enjoy your apples. Have your apples and eat them. There we go. Okay. Rick lives next to Pete. Okay. So we know it said Taylor. Menda. Alright, so Menda likes to sit out with her bench. Got it. Taylor has the pirate hat that I have out here. Where did I find it? Where be the pirate hat? Where be the pirate hat? Brad is part of the Crimson group. Got it. But where be the pirate hat? That's the only thing I got is Menda there. What'd I do with the pirate hat? It's on the ground somewhere. Ah, there we go. Taylor. Got it. Done. Alright, so we know those two for a fact. Taylor keeps an entrance near his hat. Did that. We have a suit and everything. Let's see. And Brad is part of the Crimson group. So if Brad's part of the Crimson group, let's put Brad there. Alright. Menda and Rose live near each other away from the main square. Menda, Frida, and Rose live near each other, near from the main square. Got it. Alright. Menda, Frida, and Rose. So that would mean these over here. Because we know that's Menda. So Rose would there. Jen and Brad live directly opposite one another. Got it. So hang on. Let's just say this is Rose for now. And this is Frida. Probably not, but let's just go with it for the moment. Okay. Jen and Brad live directly opposite one another. So if that's Brad, so this has to be Jen. Okay, that's at least settled that. Rose and Pete live the furthest away from each other. Okay, so. Switch Frida with Rose. This is the furthest away I can get anybody. What's this say? Menda likes to sit outside on her bench. Yes, we have that. What's this say? Rick lives next to Pete. Got it. And what was it? Pete and... Rose and Pete live... So this would be Pete. And that would make this Rick. Well, I heard something. Oh, someone's door opened. I see. Can I put these clues up there? Put that there. Okay. Taylor outfit. Says it's a clue. Now, what would it be a clue about? What else do we have? All right, here's Jack. Jack. They're both Jack. Cool, they're both Jack. Okay. Anything else I should know? Really? Well, that is a 2-digit code that I don't know what it goes to. Book. It's just a pirate book. This is a clue. Not sure. Any other doors open? It did. Everyone's doors opened. Okay, I see. Well, that's one way of dealing with it. All right. Pete. Yeah. Also, there's a 2-digit combination. Anything on the back? No, it's just the way the thing is. Alright, so we have 2 chests so far in people's places and nothing of value of the moment. No, there's nothing on the back. Right, Rick. They put random names near the community board. I just think they're trying to escalate the situation. Also realize that everyone is using their age as the lock on their boxes. Not very smart. Ah, their age, are they? Well, how do I know whose age is what? Their age. We don't have their ages a lot available, do we? Their ages. Put their ages on. Do we have a lockbox that says what the ages are? Nothing in that one. Nothing in that. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Rough estimates around the block. Rose and Brad seem the same age. Okay. So we know it's 1910. Also seem the same age. Rick birthday 1840. Okay, let me write this down. Where's my notepad? Because seemingly I gotta write stuff like this down. Okay. So Rick is 70 years old. Pete is Rose's age, younger than Rick. Younger than Rick? What? So Taylor equals Pete. I don't understand this one. Brad told me he's 25. Brad 25. We'll see about that. Belinda is 5 years younger. So Menda years younger than Frida. Then Pete is Rose's age younger than Rick. So maybe like 26 years. Huh. We'll see. Oh, wrong button. And I know there's nothing on the back of those things. Okay. So we know, if nothing else, we have Brad's. So Brad, that's Rick. Taylor, that's P. Alright, we've done those few rooms. Where's Brad? Here's Brad. Here be the pirate dude. Okay. Pirates. Well, let's see if he actually is 25. He is. Alright, so we can check that out. Anonymous hint. One female member wore a suit color that nobody else has. Okay, so we do know have a suit color no one else has. So there's blue and green. So we have to look at what the girls have. Wait, what? What's this one? There's nothing on that. Okay. So looking for one of three murderers. Giant basket. Okay, I don't know if the giant basket is supposed to be like that, but we digress. Right, anonymous hint. So we do need to look at the ladies' names. Okay. Gin. Well, it's not gin because it's green. Yeah. 5 years younger than Frida. Has a suit color no one else has. It's blue. Okay, we also have that. Is there anything else of issue? And this is what was it? Frida was. What would I put the paper? Menda is 5 years younger than Frida. And then don't know. Black. Panzerfaust. There's a coin. Can't grab the coin. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to do a then there were none type of map. Kind of along a similar idea. We were trying to figure it out or whatever, but it just didn't go well at the time. I just couldn't figure what to do, how to make it. Probably should study maps like this. Menda. Oh. Menda outfit, huh? Right. So was Menda one of the murderers? Be interesting. Let's see. Let's see if she's 25. Or 24, 25, 26. Well, she's a teenager. I don't think that's going to help me. Interesting. Is that everybody? I've gone through everything. I think I have. Yeah, because there's Brad's thing. Wait, is that a box? Did I miss the box? That's the beer. Well, poopy. What am I going to do? Rick. And his thing was what again? It was they put random names near them. Values, their name, ages. Rick is Rick. Oh, Rick is 70. Isn't this Rick's? Forgot about that. Yeah, this is Pete. Where's Rick? Let me find Rick. If Rick is 70. Okay, so Rick is 70. Pete is Rose's age younger than Rick. Like 26 years, 36 years. That's a very broad sentiment. Okay, correct names on houses. I have that. Okay. Huh. Okay, and the correct combination. The age of person is the key on each lock. Yes, we get that. Brad and Rose are 25. What? Why is Brad and Rose is 25? Rose is 25? Where did we get Rose is 25? Because I read the thing wrong. There's nothing here for anything. Okay, so there's no stuff here. Brad and Rose are 25. Frida, Pete, and Taylor are 45. Okay, so 45. 45 for Frida. There is a thing here. So that means if Pete is Rose's age younger than Rick. So it's like 35. Okay. Why is she 45? How do I know that? The male killer suit was also worn by at least one other person. Okay. I have seen a couple. Right. So if Pete is Rose's age younger than Rick, I put him at 45. That's Rick. One killer's hat color matches another killer's suit color. Alright, one killer's hat color. Well, there's no hat color. Alright, I'm just going to say I think there's a few we can knock away. One man's hat color is another man's shirt color. Okay, well I think we can knock off Pete. So let me... Alright. And Taylor is 45. Now there is a green hat here. There seems to be only one male killer. Ew. One male killer. Interesting. There's a male killer suit worn by at least one other person. 2 culprits wore the same hat color. 1 female member wore a suit color that nobody else has. Okay, so one of them... So I do have to look at a girl. Okay, so... We don't know which guy yet, so let's look at the girls real fast. So Jen is a girl. Hers is green and... Alright. So Jen, brown, green. Write that down. Is there a box in here actually I should look at? No. Brown and green. This is Frida with a blue. Frida has nothing for a hat but blue and a thing. That's making me suspect Rose. Rose is green. It's green. Black. Green and black. Okay. And then Menda. I forgot. Oh, how old did it say Menda was? Menda is 5 years younger than Frida. So 40. No filmmaker was under 30 years old. Uh-huh. None was under 30. Interesting. So that means we can eliminate. Well, if that means the case, Brad and Rose are 25. Rose is... Wait, what? Yeah, it's under 30. So Brad and Rose. So Rose is safe. Rose is safe. So hang on. That comes down to... Mendez 40. So Taylor's... I guess I could just do that. So Mendez 40. Okay. So we know the hats have to belong to things. So let's look at the gentleman. Suit color, green and brown. Of Taylor. Pete has only a black suit. Purple, black. Or purple blue, I should say. Blue or green hats. Blue thing. So that can't be. Is that everybody that I have? Okay, so male killer suit is also worn big by at least one thing. So how old was Jen? Wait, how old is Jen? Does not say how old Jen is. We know Frida, Pete, and Taylor are 45. Menda's 40. Rose is the only one safe, but we don't know Jen's number. Who is Jen? Blue, brown, and green is Jen. What about the gentleman? Rick, nothing. Pete, nothing. Taylor, green and brown. 2 culprits wear the same hat color. Alright, so who has the same hat color? Green. Blue. Green, blue. Brown. Green, blue, brown. No hats. Rose has a green hat, but she's under thingamajig. Brown. Okay, so we know Menda is one of the killers. So that means Menda. And to go down here once more. Boo! Green. So green, brown, brown. So the only thing I can think of is Menda. Brown. That's brown. What does Pete have? Brown? Green. Okay, so. Find the killers. Yes, I did. Killer 1 is Jin. Yeah, that's... I'll say Jin's the only one that I can't necessarily think. So Jin, Menda, and... Jin, Menda, and... What was it? Brown hat. Is it the Crimson? No. Who had the brown hat? Was it Rick? Brown hat shenanigans. Brown hats. Nope. Brown hat shenanigans. It's not Pete. I'm guessing it's Taylor. I'm gonna guess it's Taylor. Because reasons. Well, that obviously didn't solve it. It is Brad. So it is Brad. Where's Brad's name? Alright, Brad, you piratey dude, who I thought. Okay. This is interesting. I do like maps like this. Make more! Alrighty, perfect. Alrighty. The murder of Jayton Square. I thought the guy's name was Jayton Square, but it's of like the area. I was like, hey, okay, with a pirate theme. So that was interesting. And everything, a whodunnit and everything type of way. I was already, already the girls. Okay. Alright, was interesting and everything. I like to see more of this. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.